Hello YouTubers, my name is Jack Gregory and this is my first video for Talk Portuguese Now 94. Now, this is my first video, so I'm going to stick to the introductions. Other videos following will get more in depth. This is just to get your basic knowledge of the language. So here we go. If we like to say, for instance, to greet someone hello, the most commonly used phrase is Olá. Hola, O-L-A, hola. Now, hola is hello. Uh, there's no informal or formal way of saying this. You can say this to anyone that you happen to greet. There's three other ways you can say this, and these are relevant to the time of the day. So hola can be said at any time of the day. The more relevant to the time, and in my opinion, the more friendly ways of greeting someone are as follows. So say it's between the hours of when you wake up to about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so midday. Use bom dia. Bom meaning good, dia day. Bom dia. Say from the midday until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, use boa, good, tarde. Now at this moment you're probably thinking, whoa, what's the difference between bom and boa? Bom and boa, you said they're both good, but what's the difference? Well, bom is masculine, and dia is masculine as well, and boa is feminine. And as with dia being masculine, feminine, boa, tarde is afternoon is feminine as well. From 5, 6 o'clock onwards, again you use boa, meaning good, noite, which is night, so good night. There's no literal translation for evening as such. So you go bom dia, good day or good morning. Boa tarde, good afternoon, and boa noite, which is good evening or good night. Obviously, the other main one I've said about is hola, which means hello in general. So you've met someone and you want to know what their name is. So here we use como, which is how. No, I'll just say it actually. Como te chamas? Como te chamas? Como meaning how, te meaning the other person, chamas meaning is the conjugated for chamar, which is to be called. So chamas is the informal way of speaking directly to someone. So como te chamas? That's informal. The formal way of saying this is como te chama, and chama is the conjugated formal way of, or third person way of speaking to somebody or speaking about someone in third person from chamar. So como te chamas, como te chama is two different ways, both literally mean how are you called, or in other words, what is your name. So say you've asked someone else that, they're going to say to you, I chamo-me, I am called, chamo-me, I am called. It's reflexive because it's I call myself, literally. Eu chamo-me, I am called, and then their name. So I don't know. Eu chamo-me Rodrigo. Eu chamo-me Rodrigo. My name is Rodrigo. So you got names sorted. Como te chamas, or como te chama, you know, what's your name. Eu chamo-me, whatever your name is. Eu chamo-me, my name is. So next you want to know how old they are, you know, getting a bit more into the conversation. Say how old are you? You say quantos años tens? Quantos anos tens? Or quantos anos tem? Quantos anos tens is the informal way of saying how old are you. Quantos anos tem is the formal way, or saying how old is the third person, so how old is he, how old is she. But they literally mean quantos, how many, años, years, tens, or tem, so how many years do you have, or do you have formally, or they have in the third person. So they say to you, quantos anos tens, or quantos anos tem, your reply is, I have, in my case, I have 16 years. Eu tenho 16 anos. Eu tenho 16 anos. This means I have 16 years, literally, or I'm 16 years old. In terms of numbers, you probably don't know how to use numbers at the moment. in my next video, I'm going to go through numbers. So this should be a very great help to you in your steps of learning Portuguese. So yeah, so how old are you? Quantos anos tens? Quantos anos tem? How old are you? I am, however old you are. Eu tenho. So, eu tenho 16 anos. I am 16 years old. Now, you're probably wondering at this point, whoa. In English, we use I am 16. Why in Portuguese do they use I have 16? This is just how our language is structured. Can't really see why, but I suppose it's because we've endured 16 years, so we have had 16 years experience in our life, so eu tenho makes sense for us. I'm not sure. So you know their name, you know their age. If you want to get a bit deeper into this conversation, so you want to know where they live. So say, where do you live? Say, onde, where do you live, which is vives. Onde vives? Now vives is the informal way, informal conjugated from viver, which is to live. So onde vives, or onde vive informally. So that means, where do you live? And your reply is going to be I, vivo, the personal conjugated from the verb viver. So eu vivo, and then where you live. So eu vivo em Londres. I live in London. Eu vivo em Lisboa. I live in Lisbon. So we've got, where do you live? Onde vives, or onde vive for the formal. I live in, eu vivo em. This can depend, but again, I'll get onto this later. So you know their name, you know how old they are, you know where they live. This is obviously a basic conversation. You'll have to go at some point. So you're going to say, nice to meet you. Now, the main way of saying nice to meet you, or it's a pleasure to meet you, is muito prazer. Muito prazer. And this means it's been a great pleasure, like a very prazer, is a pleasure. Muito is very much so. So very literally, it's very much a pleasure. Muito prazer means it's been a pleasure meeting you, basically. And then after this, so there's various ways of saying goodbye. There's two main ones, and these would be ciao, which means kind of like bye. It's very informal. Or goodbye is adeus. Adeus. This is one word. Other ways you can say goodbye would be like to say see you later. There's two main ways of saying this. The most simple to begin with would be até, which means until. Logo. Até logo means until later. And the other way of saying this, you could say see you tomorrow, which is até amanhã. Até amanhã, which means until tomorrow. So I think I've pretty much covered all bases so far in terms of introductions. I hope you found this video interesting. As I said, there will be many more videos getting you more in depth to the language, but I hope this has helped you to begin with. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, I'm doing this for your knowledge, to help you. And yeah, send me any messages about anything you want to see, any hints, blah blah blah. Thank you very much. My name is Jack Gregory, and it's been a pleasure to help you. Goodbye.